Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm the plug. Yup. I'm the plug. Yeah.
GLA double dollar sign each side. What's up with Glasses Malone in this thing? You already know I'm fucking with my people. Kinfolk the plug. Devin Othello. Plug in, nigga.
Y'all on another episode of Plugged In with Kinfolk the Plug and my co-host.
It's your boy Delvin Othello in the building.
We got a very special guest. I followed this dude for the last 13 years. I met him. You know, he's a dope rapper, lyricist from the West Coast. He's got a lot of stuff coming, especially with this new album. Just a great dude in person, man. Glasses Malone, what up, my brother? How you doing?
What's happening, big dog?
Oh, you switched up on us.
Yeah, I gave y'all, yeah. I don't want y'all to, you feel me? I don't want you to think I'm discriminating.
Nah, you good. Shit,
Nah,
we
you good.
I want you to think I'm discriminating against my blood brethren. You feel me? That's just untrue.
Right?
For sure.
Where you at? You in the studio working on the album?
Hell yeah, I'm kind of trying to wrap it up. And I literally I've been in here every day, like going in and trying to make really dope. You know, the way I create projects is one thing, like learning how to make records is dope. But when I start to create projects, I have to have like a theme, something about it. You know, it's like having a shoe and then I got to put the laces through it and tie it up. So I finally figured out how, and I just been mixing and chopping, and I finally got into a good space that I'm comfortable with.
Word.
That's good.
So since you working on this new album, I want to get started on this new album because I heard this new album, you gonna take people on like a West Coast journey.
Yeah. For the most part, I just want to remind everybody what they loved about the West Coast.
Right.
You know, unapologetic and as the sound moves forward in Los Angeles, the rest of the country hasn't quite accepted it, the new stuff yet. So I want to just reel them back in and make sure they remember what they loved about what we brought to hip hop in the first place.
Right. So the first single is the song with you, Ty Dolla $ign, and Ice-T, right? 6 in the Morning remake. Where'd you get that idea from?
So when we was first working on the song a few years ago, Ty came up with the hook, and I always knew I was gonna put Ice-T on the song. Like I always knew I would put Ice-T on the song. It was no question. It was called 6 in the Morning, but over time, it just kind of became a challenge. But you know, God made a perfect time for it to happen. And shit had happened, but it was only right if you're gonna make a song called 6 in the Morning to have Ice-T on it.
True.
You know what I mean, that's kind of like the birth of West Coast hip hop. You know what I mean? Like the whole rest of the country took notice when he dropped 6 in the Morning. So that gave birth to me being able to change my life right now. You know what I mean? I would have never been able to make it off the streets if he doesn't drop 6 in the Morning. So it just made sense to bring it back around to him.
Okay, that's dope. How did y'all even meet?
My boy AD. AD was the radio station at K-Day. He was the program director. And he throws these concerts in Los Angeles, Crush Grooves and How the West Was Won.
Yeah. I want to go to one of those so bad.
Man, they're amazing. They're amazing. You know what I mean? It is a time machine, but you still here today, so it's dope. But I was like, yo, I'm trying to get up with Ice-T. I need some backstage passes. And he was like, yo, I got you. So I tried to reach out to his manager prior, you know, but they was acting funny. So when I seen him, shit, I just stepped like, hey, what's up? I'm Glasses. And he was like, I know who you is, Lo. And when he said that, I was like, oh, you know, this nigga crip, I'm in.
Right.
Nothing else. If you a Lo, you feel me? You gonna know what I am. So we started politicking. I think I passed a little test he had, and it was after that point it was easy. You know, it wasn't nothing. He did it. It was amazing to have him. Ice-T is the first rapper, you know, that I looked at as a superstar. And I don't mean like he was, you know, LL was killing, you know, as a rapper, but I saw Ice-T probably at 4 years old on the big screen. They had a movie called Breaking that was about like LA dance scene and some shit. I don't remember. I never seen it. I was so young, but Ice-T was on the fucking movie screen rapping. Feel me? He's rapping while they're like dancing against, like they're dancing against each other, and Ice is rapping. And to have that guy on that song, you feel me? Fast forward, I don't know, fucking 30-something years later.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Man, like, so is he, who would you say then is your top 5 West Coast rappers?
Favorite or best?
All time.
So favorite and best is two different things.
Okay.
So your favorite.
The greatest, the top 5 greatest is different than my favorite.
Okay.
My favorite, feel me? If I'm being honest, I've never consumed more West Coast music from anybody not named Snoop Dogg.
Amen.
So whether or not you want to say it, like, I know more Snoop Dogg shit than anybody else.
Yeah.
Number 2 would be Ice Cube. I mean, you know, obviously, outside of the early Ice Cube, even the later Ice Cube, you know, the War and Peace, Predator, West Side Connection.
Man.
For me, like I had Caution tape when I was younger. I had, for me, Short Chop. I thought Short Chop was gonna be the next.
I thought he was gonna take off. That Dollars a Dank, that's my joint.
Yeah, you feel me? Short Chop was super dope. Mac 10, I bought everything, Yo-Yo, I bought everything that had something to do with Ice Cube. So his legacy was a lot bigger. So that for sure. Favorite, it has to be my favorite because I consume more of it than anything. And then it started getting crazy. Number 3, shit. Tough. Hey, you know what? Can we do something different? No, because it's not fair. Let me just give y'all my 5 favorite projects from the West.
Oh, right. Yeah, go there. Do that.
Fuck the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about projects.
Man, I like from beginning to end.
Yeah.
West Coast project.
So, top 5 favorite. Obviously, my favorite project of all projects is 2001 by Dr. Dre.
Yes.
Absolutely. I know that shit inside out. My second favorite project, and I feel is the most underrated album ever from the West Coast, is The Shadiest One by Dub C.
Dub C, love it.
Right? West Side Connection, Bow Down. Right? Number 4 is Street Gospel by Sugar Free.
Everybody love that album.
We was just talking about Sugar Free the other day.
I'd rather give you my bitch.
Yeah. And number 5 is probably a tie between Machiavelli and E40 in a Major Way.
Oh.
It's probably a tie between those two because I probably consume both of them like the same. Man. And then everything else. That's better. Like, let's focus on the music. Fuck the rappers. The music is where it's at. So, feel me? Because it's different, right? Because that same conversation is like, there's no Snoop Dogg album in that top 5, but I've consumed more dog music than anybody. But if it's my 5 favorite albums, favorite, not the greatest, but favorite, for me, that's the 5 greatest. Favorite. The greatest West Coast album is Doggy Style.
Everybody know that. That only counts.
The greatest album in hip hop. So, but that 5, 2001, The Shadiest One, West Side Connection, Street Gospel, and a tie between Machiavelli and In a Major Way.
So, you think In a Major Way was better than Element of Surprise?
It may have not been better, but I liked it more.
Yeah, I man, I'm an element surprise dude. That
No,
album
I'm
is
not. Listen, I'm not mad at that. Now, again, greatest is a whole different conversation. But
Yeah.
in a major way, man, my mom put me on 40 when I was probably 10.
Mhm.
Yeah, I came out with Federal,
Yes.
and she was playing it for me. She was like, "He's the shit." This is my mother. You feel me? Rest of her soul playing me E40 shit, and which is crazy because E40 on his album. So one of my moms, somebody she used to listen to it with, like I fuck with Unc now. That's funny, but in a major way came at a time. You know what I mean? Like where I was so receptive to game and information. And
Yes.
you start talking about $1 Million Spot, and I'm hustling at the time. And feel me, even that's when the Click came out with Hurricane and Wolf Tickets. And feel me, you couldn't tell me nothing about Earl, man. Nothing at all about
First
Uncle
off,
Earl.
we love Unc's good, you know what I'm saying? We love
Yeah,
Unc.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
And obviously, All Eyes on Me is Pac's greatest album, but
Right.
I love Machiavelli way more.
I think
Why is that?
It
Why would
captured
you
my
say that?
spirit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just talking about this in the documentary. The one thing about pop music, like Scarface music, got me through a lot of like choices, like gang banging, busting on niggas, shooting niggas. It was tough, tough on your soul because you got to find a place of rationale. You in the jungle, so you got to survive. Pac shit always made me not fear death.
right.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Even like when I think about it now, that album really like he had already passed, and like that album had gave me so much like certainty that it's okay to die. It ain't the end. It may be the end of your world, but it ain't the end of the world.
Right, right. That's a good way to put it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's definitely. So, question I got. Never been to Cali. I'm an East Coast guy, right?
Where you from out east?
Well, most of my family's in Jersey, Philly area. I was
What
born
part
in
of
New York.
Jersey?
Like Cherry Hill, Hill area, Washington Township, all throughout there. So,
Philly. Okay.
Going to Cali, man. What's some stuff that like what's some do's and don'ts, man? Because I've heard you hear a lot of stuff on TV, movies and stuff, but it's like I know that ain't really what it is. So what's some stuff to expect, things to do, stuff like that, you know?
I mean, really, it's a lot of oversold. It ain't so much the colors. It can be, but it's very rare. Like you gotta find a real cornball that's tripping off that. The one thing I would tell somebody visiting Southern California is don't wear all your shit.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thing about Los Angeles that's tricky is there's two things. One, you can get robbed anywhere around you.
Mm-hmm.
People, and they don't rob you because they doing bad. They rob you because they assholes. And they want to humiliate you. Yeah, like they want you to know you ain't the man like that. You shouldn't be doing this. Two, I think you will be in the ghetto and don't know you in the ghetto. So be careful.
Wow.
Like if you go to Compton, it's not what you think. It don't look the way you think. It's just the niggas are the way that you heard.
Right.
It don't look the way you think though. Philly is one of those towns where poverty is like it looked crazy in the nicest neighborhood. Like I remember going to DJ house and I'm like, we driving to a spot and it's like this shit don't look nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, well, LA is the exact opposite. Like outside of Watts or East LA, shit, Compton, or where Nip from, like it's palm trees and all kind of shit. You'll be confused, get yourself fucked over. So it ain't never what it looked like. That's, I guess, the point. It ain't never what it looked like.
So, since you brought up Nip, what does Nip mean to you?
I don't know. He was a good friend. I tell you that much. It's hard to put it because it's not like I knew him pretty well, and ton of funny ass discussions, a ton of them, laughs and shit, and he was a really good dude, I'm sure some people didn't like him, but so many of us loved him. So he was just a really good dude to summon everything up. He was a really good dude. You know what I mean? He was a really good dude.
You got a favorite memory?
So I got funny memories.
Oh yeah, we definitely want those.
Oh
We
no,
love
but I don't
those.
want to talk about nothing funny. This is okay. So this is actually the same style. This is the same story. So we had met before. I had got Slauson Boy when it first came out. My first CD and Slauson Boy came out the same year. So I had bought the CD from him, but we didn't really dialogue at that time. A couple years later, he reaches out through some people we know and was like, "Hey, pull up on me." I'm like, "Where you at?" He like, "Oh, I'm over here. I'm in the hood. Feel me? I'm over here off of Crenshaw and Slauson. I'm at Slauson Tees. Now, I don't know about Slauson Tees. I'm from the east side. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but I know what Crenshaw and Slauson is because my whole car club, we would drive down Crenshaw going to Crenshaw.
Mm-hmm.
So I go over there anyway. I'm in the Bentley. Feel me? I'm in $200,000 worth of car going to 60s. And at that time, you know, my attitude, I was just gangbanging. So it didn't even, I got a gun and all kind of shit. So
Right.
I really wasn't worried, which is weird, but it was cool. So I pull up. It's about 15 niggas out, 15, 20 niggas standing out in front of Slauson Tees, which ended up being the Marathon store parking lot. Right? It's the same place. So I jump out the Bentley. I'm by myself. They looking at me. I got a gun and shit. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, nigga? Feel me? Like, what's happening?" So we politicking, and you know, I really liked them. I know a lot of 60s. You feel me? A ton. But I didn't know them. You know, 60s is a real big gang, so it's a lot of people. So me and Nip is politicking, and he tripped. He's like, "Man, you really came over here by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, 7th Street Crip for real." I ain't playing. So we chopping it up, and he like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy this shopping center."
Wow.
And that had to be 2007, 8 maybe. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy this shopping center." And I didn't think that was much of a big deal because we like in the hood.
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah, you buy the shopping center, that's cool." But fast forward 10 years later, this is a multi-million-dollar complex.
Mm-hmm.
And he bought it as a multi-million-dollar complex. And I just thought that was like something that we were saying in passing was like one conversation, but then to watch it come to real life, I mean, and he got it. And I would just drive by. I really didn't even stop by as much as I used to because I've been trying to figure out my own shit. And we would talk about a lot of marketing stuff, but I didn't drop by like I would before. But I would drive by and look at it, and I always will remember him right in that parking lot telling me he was gonna buy it.
Man.
That's probably
man,
one to stick out the most.
Man. So Nip was basically, like everybody say, ahead of his time.
Yeah, completely.
Man, that's crazy.
He just was he was always on some shit.
Man.
But he was dope. He was funny as fuck. You feel me? And he's a real 6'0". You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking gangbanger. So it worked out for me. You know what I mean? I had a lot of love for him, and I always feel that way. He was just a really good guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I saw that Coolio was on your next album.
Yeah.
How? So I was like, Coolio?
Coolio is from the next street over from my neighborhood.
Really?
Right.
I'm from 117th Street, Wash Crip. Coolio from Mona Park Crip. That's the next street over. But obviously, Coolio is a decade and a half probably older than me.
Right.
Feel me? So it's different. But maybe 2 decades. But I always knew he was from the 8. And so it was one of those things I wanted to make sure I checked off. Like I wanted to do a song with it. This person is like one of the greatest, if not the greatest legend from our section. So that shit meant a lot to me to knock it out.
So with all your accomplishments, how does it feel to work with like artists that you were fans of. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Snoop, Ice-T, you know what I'm saying, Mac 10, you know,
40.
like you got a lot of music, bro.
Yeah. What's funny is when we first came out, I never felt the same warm reception. Them niggas
Oh,
made me earn this shit.
right.
I had a fucking deal in place. You couldn't even spit near these niggas. You couldn't even, no chance to get a song with none of these people. Dog, none of them. So, you know, it's funny that, you know, you fast forward 12 years later, it's like now you have to do it now. But, you know, again, like, it's like plugging DNA.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they music to a degree really was the soundtrack to the life I was living. So it's such a connection with them. You know what I'm saying? Even when we wasn't talking or nothing, it was such a connection with them, whether or not they really gave a fuck about it. But to me, I was buying all these niggas' music. So I really felt like, damn. So even now, like I said, with Ice-T being the first rapper I looked at as like a superstar, like he's on TV rapping while Ozone and Turbo and Kelly is dancing against, you know, the Latino dance, the Latina dance group, you know, all of them.
Yeah.
They battling, you feel me? This nigga's up there rapping the shit. And I'm like, yo, I got that nigga on a song. You feel me? I don't,
Right.
not Tutuola, you feel me? Not all this new shit these niggas know, you know, not even, you know, boy from New Jack City, but I got the nigga that was on Breaking when I was a little kid. My auntie Pat took me to see that movie.
Right.
I remember seeing that nigga up there rocking the shit with them big ass glasses and the fucking red vest with zippers with the gloves, and he was just rocking. And that nigga's on my song, so that's back when the movie screen was still the movie screen.
Right.
Yeah. So you're saying was that the actual day that you said I want to be a rapper, or was that later down when you were like, I'm gonna do this rap shit?
Not want to be no fucking rapper. Fuck no.
What made you pick up the mic?
Yeah, so what make you say
my brother, man? My younger brother K-Stab. He came home from YA, he wanted to rap. And my mom wanted me to try to help keep him out of trouble. He was like, yo, let's start a rap group. I want to start recording songs. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I'm selling dope at the time. Like, fuck, I want to be a rapper for. So he was just hell bent on it. I think he wanted my money. I think he wanted me just to pay for it. So he said that. So me, Kay, and my older brother Pooh started a rap group. And Pooh just fell off and became a manager. And then Kay went back to jail. So I kept doing it. It became like therapeutic for me. Like I got to release a lot of like at that time we was going through so much, man. Like we was like it's hard shooting a nigga, you know, trying to kill a nigga and getting shot at and going to jail. Even if I didn't realize it at that time, it was a lot on my soul. So it became like this therapeutic shit. That's why if you listen to a lot of my earliest music, it's very like, damn. You know what I mean? Because that's how I felt. Like my shit wasn't like Dog and them shit was super festive. Them niggas was parties.
Right.
Every time we go to a party, shit, we either there to shoot at somebody and get shot at. So
Right.
you know, it was a lot of down. So what I liked the most about it was how therapeutic it was. That's why I picked up the mic because of my little brother, but I kept it in my hand because it saved my life, not even just physically and got me out of the streets, but it also saved my life spiritually.
I mean, that's dope. I mean, but
I was a
what was
grown
your
ass man
first
by the time I was.
mixtape?
Huh?
What was your first mixtape?
White Lightning.
White Lightning. What was the one that you would say caught the attention of the labels and all that?
It was the first one.
First one?
Yeah, White Lightning.
So who brought you? What? So was your first deal with Who Banging, or did you have a deal before that?
No, so when I put out White Lightning, it was with Face, Game, and Jrock, Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street. Yeah, yeah.
That was the platform I used to launch the music. And Jrock marketed and Face A&R and managed me. And Game just allowed me to use his platform, kind of like leap off his back. And I went to work, you know what I mean? It wasn't like no simple shit. I had to go to work. Took me a whole year grinding it out, but I spent probably $30,000 on making that CD.
Mm-hmm.
Like I spent a lot of money at that time. Beats there wasn't no YouTube was just finna come out and there wasn't no fucking producers on there. So I bought a beat from Chill and Rhythm D. You know, it was $3,500 fucking dollars.
Right.
Rhythm D is the same dude who produced Compton City G's and Diddy. So he had produced hit records. That was $3,500. I bought Take a Fade from Battle Cat, or Katie and my little brother. That was $3,500. Feel me? That was the beat from Battle Cat. The song I had called Dinero was produced by Saint Denson, the same dude who get high for Styles. That beat cost $5,000. So I was all the way in. So when I say my first CD, it's not like, you know, at that time to make a fucking CD, I was spending a shitload of money. You had to really get it in to know what you was doing. So, and I didn't realize I was using hit producers at the same time. Like all these niggas I named got hit records.
Right.
It's just fucking crazy. I'm getting beats from these niggas at that time. So I was 20, 30,000 and just making my first CD.
Do you think it would have worked different today than it did back then with you using hit producers?
You said, would I do it different?
No, do you think it would have worked different? Like, do you think it would have just like a platinum success?
Shit, hell yeah, if you gonna go buy a beef from Mustard.
Yeah.
Your first CD got a beef from Mustard and Mike Will and shit. You know what I'm saying? The niggas of today, like them niggas was at that time. You feel me? You got a Pierre Bourne beat and fucking Mike Will and Mustard. Yeah, you gonna have some play.
Right.
Again, that producer is an underrated part of the process, and that quality of sound and sound that's broken with the people is an underrated thing in this whole business at this point.
Right.
I mean, like Mustard, you look at somebody like Mustard or Ty Dolla $ign, they sound is broken. So if you can get music from them, you have to battle. 3/4 of the battle is done.
Mm.
You got a couple records with Ty Dolla $ign. Y'all ever thought about doing like a collab project?
Nah, I couldn't keep up. That nigga too good.
You said he too what?
He's too good.
He is, bro. He's a talented brother, man. Like his music.
That motherfucker is entirely too good. But we do a lot of music, man. I'm blessed. I mean, I was investing in him younger and fresh, but I'm blessed that he even is the kind of person he is. He inspired me to this day. You know what I mean? When I'm making records and I'm making beats, and I just sent him a record. I was working on an idea called What Would Nip Do? And I just sent it to him to let him hear the idea. He was like, nigga, this shit fire. I'm like, man, I need a gospel singer. He's like, nigga, you ever heard of Tyrone Griffin Jr.? Like, he talking about himself. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So that's our relationship. You know what I mean? I like to send him ideas, not even, because I didn't think he would even fit on the song. Ty is such a funky singer or R&B. He's like, nigga, this is gospel almost, nigga. It's called What Would Nip Do, nigga? This is some shit. He was like, no, nigga, I got that. I'm finna do this today. So that's how we make records. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make an idea and I'll just get his opinion on the idea. Like, yo, what you think about this? And how should I? Oh, that's tight. Or do this. Or, nigga, that shit fire. Or like in that situation, nigga, send me that session right now. Nigga, I'm finna do this to the drums and blah, blah, blah. And I'm finna do this.
Man. So is that gonna be on the album?
Huh?
Is that gonna be on the album?
That's on the next album.
Ah.
But I got a date for it already for that song. So it ain't gonna be far. It's coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I heard you about to release a lot of singles.
Man, a ton of music, a ton of albums, visuals. content in general. You know what I mean? TV, film. I just got a lot of work to do.
So is there a reason why you took a break?
To learn. It's hard to go to college and work.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this music, this hip hop shit, and this record business, just learning records took me years, 3-4 years. And I think I would like to say I have a bachelor in the science of records. Like, I'm still like rough. Like, I get it, but, I can get better at it. I think with hip hop, I have a master's in the art of hip hop. Like, I get hip hop.
Right.
And I don't see things and not get it. Records,
Right.
I'm still trying to put it together, but hip hop and marketing, I'm pretty much, I just got it.
Right.
Is there anybody that you want to work with that you haven't from back in the day or that's present now?
Somebody that I couldn't figure out how to work with, or because I'm working with a lot of people right now. Like, I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Or somebody like, man, I want to work with him so bad, but you just can't get to him, or y'all just haven't been able to link up, or just anybody.
I don't know if it's somebody I want to work with. Like, I think I could work with everybody. Somebody who I would like to talk to is Pharrell.
That's dope.
I think everybody else, I figured out what they doing.
Right.
Got you.
Doc, all the niggas, it's some niggas you can know what they do. It's like Floyd Mayweather. You know what punch is coming, but it's nothing you can do. You feel take this shit straight to the head.
You're right.
But with certain niggas, you don't get their style. And I get what Kanye is doing. You just can't do it. I get what Dr. Dre is doing. You just can't do it. I get what a lot of people is doing. Pharrell is one of those dudes, I have never quite figured it out what the fuck. He reminds me of Prince, where it's like, make the way he makes music, how he produces. And it's like, damn, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why do I enjoy this song? Like, he's tough.
Right.
I mean, and it's funny because I spent the whole summer with Teddy Riley, and I don't feel any closer to knowing what Pharrell does. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pharrell an alien, bro.
Huh?
Pharrell an alien, I think.
Yeah, and Teddy is another one that's like one of the baddest niggas in the world.
Amen.
But he showed me some crazy shit. But for real, I don't know what the fuck is going on with Cuz and how's he doing that. So that's somebody I haven't tried to figure out how, but fuck doing a record. I would like to just sit down and talk to him.
Just pick his brain, yeah.
Does Glass Malone have like some music he listened to that nobody would even know about? I always ask this question to everybody.
Yeah, not in the hip hop genre, just any type of music.
I be telling everybody I'm a big Justin Timberlake fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's like that come with the program. Justin Timberlake might as well be black. that nigga shit just, he make nigga shit, so that ain't really that far off. Queen.
Oh,
right.
Ain't heard that one.
The lead singer that passed away.
Yeah.
He's super fucking duper dope. Freddie Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's gay, but that motherfucker he can sing cold shit about some hoes. Bad. His voice is so distinctive. Queen and Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got good jams though. Like,
yeah. I fuck with Fleetwood Mac. I'll be really on that shit tough.
Right. So how'd you link with Mac 10?
Over MySpace.
Stop it.
Swear.
Actually, you know what? Now that you brought that up, I think that was the first time I ever hit you up.
Yeah. We was on MySpace, and I had wrote this dope blog about JayZ. So JayZ had just released Kingdom Come. So it's 2005-6, maybe 6. Yeah, released Kingdom Come. And I felt like he was taking so much slack about how it sounded. Like, people wouldn't allow him to grow. And I had wrote this whole blog about it. Like, bro, how y'all mad at this dude for trying to grow? You know, his life done changed. And Mac read it. He's like, hey, what's your number? And he called me and we talked about the blog and shit. He's like, that was cool. You wrote that, you know what I mean? We was talking about our perspective on it. He was like, man, you know, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure it out. I got some records. He was like, shit, let's go eat. He's like, let's meet up at Houston's in Century City. I'm like, shit, let's do it. That's how it happened. We met before, but we didn't really talk. Like, he was like, he was coming out of a station and I was going into K-Day to meet with Julio G. And Julio introduced us. Like, oh, this Glasses Malone. Oh, yeah, I heard he, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, for sure, Mac. It's Mac 10. Like, I fuck with all the Mac shit.
Everybody heard Mac 10.
Yeah, and I'm like, Mac. And I fuck with Mac 10 records. And I like the most that I love about Mac 10, he make great records. He can rap. He can rap his ass off. He get the way the business should look. He's super duper cold at what he does. But more important than anything, Mac is the only nigga I ever seen on the scene low ride. Mm-hmm. Like, I never seen none of these other niggas. I heard stories of 8, but I seen Mac 10 hopping against like a Watts legend, this dude named Lil Ernie, and they were hopping for like $10,000 or $20,000, and it's nothing but gangbangers, and Crips and Bloods and niggas that's balling and dope dealers, and Mac 10. Mm-hmm. Feel me? Who's now this successful rapper, and feel me? They had just put out West Side Connection. Man, I mean, they killing. You know what I mean? And he out there hopping his car against Lil Ernie, so that got him a lot of leeway with me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, I fuck with that.
Cause you a car guy, right?
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah, every bit of it. What made you get into that?
My dad.
Man.
Yo.
My dad is a super car guy, got me into drag racing. Being a dope dealer and a gangbanger, you getting a low riding.
You was on that show on Netflix, right? That drag show.
Oh.
Speak on that a little bit. How was that experience? I remember that.
It sucked.
Yeah.
You know what? The crew did a fantastic job. It was a well put together show.
Yeah.
But they was cheap. They didn't want to pay well. And also they kind of set me up, and I blame myself because when they said the race was going to happen, they were talking about at a drag strip.
Right.
And people who race cars know the difference between a drag strip and like a place that don't have rubber on the ground. Mm-hmm. And if I would have been the old me, I would have been thinking, and I would have put my nitrous unit on the button instead of on the gas pedal. You put on the gas pedal, it better be some rubber, because once you nail it, all the horsepower and nitrous coming in at once. So if I'd have been thinking, if I would have been the old me and not no fucking rapper, I would have been switched it to a button. So I would have left and then grabbed it later, and I'd have beat the shit out of all the cars. But I was slipping, and you got caught slipping, so I got knocked out. If you look, though, I left on everybody for sure.
Yeah.
I got out there first on these.
What's the name of your car club?
Ghetto Life.
Ghetto Life.
Yeah.
That's dope. So do you watch any of the Fast and the Furious movies?
Every one.
Me too.
That shit ain't even no race car shit no more.
It
ain't. I was on Instagram because they was talking about doing Fast and Furious meets Jurassic Park. I was like, you know what? That shit probably be fire.
Yeah. The way they going with all this shit.
Tyrese crazy ass running with a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, I was fried. I text Tyrese when I seen it. I said, y'all got to make this happen, dog. This is a match made in heaven.
What'd he say?
He just laughed, crying emoji. It'd be really good. Fast and Furious with Jurassic Park, that shit sounds fast Jurassic. Oh my God.
Hey, you might be speaking something into existence.
Right.
Man. Keep going.
This was a real thing. I'm not coming up.
No, I saw it too. That's why I was like, I didn't think nobody saw that.
People thought it was crazy. I'm like, no, this shit gonna be active.
Right.
I just see fucking Vin Diesel jumping from dinosaur to dinosaur and all kind of crazy shit.
The Rock.
And that nigga, he'll be wrestling the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Right.
That was as funny as hell.
You have a favorite car?
So it's been changing over the years, but 56 Bel Air, convertible.
Oh wow. You don't like the supercars, the ultra Bugattis and all that extra shit?
That shit trash. All that European shit trash.
Yeah.
Every bit of it. All that European. All these niggas driving that European foreign shit, that shit garbage. And it's a piece of shit.
You're right. I'm good.
Waste of money.
As soon as you leave the lot with that bullshit, that shit ain't worth nothing. So fuck all that clown shit, man. I let these niggas try to be European.
Right.
Yeah.
As close I'm gonna get to European as this American car shit.
Right. So even being with Mac 10 and Cash Money, do you have a favorite studio session?
A memorable.
Like, yo, man, like a great one.
Yeah. So I had just finished recording.
Right.
Baby and Wayne and them came to the studio. And Wayne steps out for a second. Baby is telling me, I'm asking him about the history of Cash Money. And he lacing my booster how early they started, like way early in the 90s. And he's showing me UNLV and all this dope ass shit. And I'm like, damn. He's like, yeah, this shit didn't just happen. Like, we've been really at it. And he was like, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And he was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And he was telling me how much he admired Master P.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this is something people know. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I don't think he would give a fuck, but how much he admired Master P. Because you don't really see Cash Money and No Limit together. But he was on Olivia, on my mother, he was like, yeah, I really admire. That's the way to do this shit. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, that's dope. And everybody walked back in the studio, Mac Main, Wayne, and Baby. And he was like, yeah, what you ended up making last night? And so they were the first people to hear Crip Gang. Mm-hmm. I played East Side for them, me, Nip, and Snoop. And they was banging Bloods at the time. You can tell that was the first time they got banged on.
Right.
As soon as that song came in, they was like, damn. I played that song and Dope. I had a song called Dope that was hard. They heard that shit. You should have saw their face. I think that day they knew I was a Crip, but that day they was like, this nigga's a Crip.
Yeah, Crip.
Crippin' Crip.
So, how was you and Mac's relationship today?
It's good, man. If I would have listened to Mac 10 a little bit more, I think musically it's a different conversation, but I think he let me pretty much do the majority of stuff. I think we butted heads about one thing that I'm gonna take to the grave. I was right, and he was fucking wrong on. But marketing wise, man, if I would have listened to him, I would have got so much further. He was so right, man. Dude is so fucking sharp when it comes down to how this shit need to look. Nobody understand it better than him. That nigga is a genius with this shit. He know it. You know what I mean? So our relationship is real good today. Like, I talk to him all the time, probably once or twice a week.
So are we gonna ever get another Mac and Malone album?
Shit. Maybe I don't know, because sometimes he be rapping, like right now he in rap mode.
Right, I heard. I've been hearing.
We can do it now, but shit, Mac got some money, man, so he won't be a rapper.
Right.
So, but if we did, I would love to do another Mac and Malone, but I would want like Battle Cat to produce it, or like Bobcat or something. I mean, like, I think last time we just kind of picked through beats. I don't want to do that no more. I want somebody to take on the role of the movie, high tech or something.
That's what I kind of thought y'all was doing with the last album. It was kind of like a movie project. That's what I got.
Man, what's funny is, so this is one of them things that I'm going to take to the grave with me, cuz, about being right. The way we designed that album, I structured it like a film. It had 4 acts.
Right.
You feel me? It was dope as fuck. It was like a movie. The whole idea was we had sold so much dope for the cartel that they initiated the first 2 black dudes in the cartel. Mm-hmm. So it starts off with Act 1, which is like a celebration of all happening. Yeah. Then Act 2 is like getting back to hustling. Act 3 is, feel me, like not, you know what I mean, being on niggas and watching them and not letting no niggas play us. And 4 is about revenge and making sure niggas know they can't tangle with us. So it was actually a film, and I wrote a film for it that I wanted to go shoot in Arizona, and I think he thought I was crazy. You wouldn't even think he would think that, because they just did, feel me, they had did the movie with him and Fat Joe.
That movie was hard though.
Oh, yeah.
I like
That's
that
what
movie.
I told him. I was like, why you don't want to go shoot a movie? But I just think the game had changed and he was in a different space, and he probably was like, this little nigga that lost his fucking mind. Because we was gonna shoot the whole movie for sure.
Right.
We was going to Arizona, you know, they have all the Mexicans that look like cartels and cartel, real Mexicans. So we had wrote a whole film that we was gonna shoot and put out with it.
Man.
It ain't never too late.
It ain't.
Man, but getting Mac to do anything outside of spend money and smoke weed, and low ride, and drive all that European shit he be driving, tough conversation. I need to walk up with like $2 million. I need you to do this. He's like, all right, I'll make some time.
Yeah, right.
I can do something with this.
So Mac was the one that took you to Cash Money?
Yeah.
So you got any good Wayne stories?
So I got 2.
Oh.
So the first time he embarrassed me on Haters, he just was rapping. That was one of the 2 times in my life I thought I just got out-rapped totally. And my first time in the studio with him, he was making fun of me because I was still typing raps down in my phone.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, damn, you still write your raps? You don't just come up with them in your mind? I'm like, I could freestyle, but now he said, I didn't say freestyle. I said, you know, not write them down, come up with the raps in your mind. He's like, you don't even smoke weed or drink or nothing. And that shit was like a challenge to me.
Right.
Like, this a bitch. I ain't wrote a rap since. That day I was like, oh, okay, you could do it, nigga, for sure. You know, it's fucking Lil Wayne. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, I could do it. I laugh, man. Like, this fucking Wayne, this motherfucker is like the coldest motherfucker to ever breathe air out the South when it comes to rapping.
Yeah.
Man.
And I'm like competing with him in my mind on how I'm gonna come up with raps without writing shit down. And 2, we were shooting the video for a song called, we were shooting a video for Haters.
Right.
And I was sick. I had like a cold or the flu. And man, I look like shit. But you know, the producer of the video, you know, he was like, you gonna thug it up? I'm like, yeah. So we was working and they came to do their parts in the video. Baby and Wayne. And when Tune came, he saw me. He was like, hey, you all right, nigga? I'm like, nah, man, I fucked up. He like, hey, man, you want me to, my mom stay out here, nigga, I have her make you some soup.
What?
I'm like, nah. He's like, nah, for real, it ain't nothing. I'll call her right now. She'll make you some soup. You know what I mean? She cooked like a motherfucker. And this is Wayne telling me he was gonna have his mom make me some soup because I was sick. And, you know, that's the type of charm he got. That's why motherfuckers will blow your head. Like, I'll blow your head off over Wayne. For me, he's just that kind of guy where his charm, he's a likable guy. Those are the 2 stories. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna thug it out. But right then and there, like how I felt about him changed. Like, I was like, that's amazing.
Right.
Nigga finna have his mom make a nigga some soup.
Especially when you was sick too. You was like,
man. I just thought that was a mess. Nigga asked, nigga, there you gonna have your mom make me some soup. He's a great guy, man.
Right.
That's some genuine shit right there.
Yeah, he's tough. Tough act to follow.
So you said Machiavelli is one of your top favorite West Coast albums.
Yes, sir.
How much slack and hate did you get for Tupac Must Die?
I mean, probably how many ants at the park?
Right.
It's all good though, man.
Hey, we talked about that though, man. We get it. As soon as you hear that, you're like, what the fuck? But we understand what it's
Yeah,
about. It's a
I
different
tweeted
perspective.
immediately. I
You know
was
what I
like,
mean?
I get it.
makes
It's
sense.
art. It's an
Yeah,
artwork, and people just
it,
love to read headlines.
yeah, man. They don't look into shit, you know.
And it's crap. People not supposed to like me anyway.
Right.
And if niggas like you too much, you've been lying. You need to start telling the truth. So, James McDonald, Mob James,
Yeah.
he was telling me it was the title. And I kind of knew it was going to be something, but I really would think to myself, people would be like, oh, it's a movie, like Romeo Must Die. Like, not that I wanted Tupac to die. That's just
right.
crazy. Like, I don't even know this man, feel me? I like his music like everybody. I want, like, no, that's the name of the film. And, you know, it just was a lot for people. But again, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. People felt like a gangbanger that day. They wanted to do something to me. Like, there's people who actually think I shot Tupac while I was in the car. Like, I'm like, for real. Like, I just got live footage of the whole.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
I was like, but like I told Dr. Dre about it, because he was cussing me out. I'm like, it's that good.
Right.
It's that good. Like, niggas really thought I shot this man. I'm like, if I was like 15 or something, bro, like, why the fuck could I shoot this man at this? Like, you can still put it work at 15, but damn, I'm in Vegas at a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Feel me, with the homies at 15.
Did you know Baby Lane?
No, I knew Dre.
Okay.
Dre gave me one of my earliest paid gigs, and my mom lived in their neighborhood.
Okay. So the way that you, like, you know, how you shot the video and how they're saying that Baby Lane killed Tupac, do you believe that's what happened, or you think it was something else totally different?
I believe that to the T. I don't believe Puff had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I don't know. This new Puff is some shit. I might have just.
What's his name now? Brother Love?
Brother Love.
That nigga name is Puffy Knight. Yeah, that nigga Puff Knight. Puff turned into Suge and shit on there, punching niggas out, all kind of crazy.
Right.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, Puff got something to do with Puffy. Y'all crazy. Man, this nigga right here is just a positive influence in my life. And fucking Puff. Yeah. How dare you speak such negative imagery and ideas about Puff? Next thing I know, this nigga's punching Drake out, stealing on J. Cole.
Yeah.
Talking crap. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Puff? Puff, I don't know now, man.
I think he was Diddy at those times.
I don't know.
Bad boy.
Bad boy.
Man. I don't know. That Puff, man, that nigga. Puff might have fooled me, dog. Puff might be full bullshit.
He sold you a dream, bro.
Man, had me think he was like, I would have named my kids Sean after Puff. He was such a great influence. Fucking Puff. Big and Puff, now you out there punching out all the young rappers and shit. Stealing on niggas. What is going on, Puff?
That's crazy.
I gotta get Puff on my podcast and talk about that. Puff,
yes, I heard you got a podcast. So how's the podcast game for you?
I don't really like it, but I'm finding a space in it.
What do you not like about it?
Too much talking.
Yeah.
It's it's some things I just got to work on. It's like starting all over to try to be good at something.
Right.
So I'm just a bit lazy. I just barely figured out hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took me fucking years, 10 plus years to figure out hip hop. Now I'm in this shit. It's a whole nother challenge if you want to be the shit at it.
Man, you ain't never lied, bro.
I could have started this shit back with Joe. When I was with Joe Buttons in 2010 or 11, we was on tour and he was doing this shit on his laptop. If I would have knew this, I'd have been doing it then.
Right.
So
that was the Tech 9 tour y'all was on, right?
Yep, Independent Grind tour with E40, Kendrick, Jrock.
Kendrick wasn't even known at this time.
No, and it's funny because, and Dot really my little nigga, man. I ain't talked to Dot in a second, but I really love Dot, man. that nigga, I was trying to get people to interview him, and they was like, well, I really want to talk to Jrock. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, this dude right here is tough. I mean, y'all need to interview him. It's niggas who turned it down that called me to this day and be like, bro, what was I thinking?
Man.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that.
Be like that. And so, but that tour was dope.
Right.
It's funny because that was the same year MC Hammer dropped his diss record
On
to
Game.
JayZ.
Oh, JayZ. Right.
Run, and me and Kendrick would rap that shit every day on tour.
Bro, I'm playing. You know that song was hard. That song.
Crying. He was dancing in the video, chasing the devil. Cuz baptized the devil. I was like, this nigga Hammer is crazy. That nigga baptized the devil in the video. No, he baptized.
Oh yeah, I remember it. I remember the whole video.
Devil was chasing Hov, cuz like straight armed him. Cuz straight armed the devil, and he baptized JayZ, bro. Fucking Hammer.
I remember that.
That nigga is a real icon, dog. How you baptize JayZ on a dish record? Niggas can't fuck with Hammer, dog.
Hey, only certain people can pull shit off. I feel like Hammer's one of
That
those
nigga
people.
really was arguing with that nigga at the lake. Like, look, nigga, I'm telling you, you need to let me do this. And he baptized JayZ cuz in the dish record.
I can see it. I can see it too. Where did this glass house come from?
My homeboy Pat Dog used to call me that, which is crazy. That's Kendrick's first cousin.
Wow.
This nigga I grew up with hustling. Feel me? When I came into my adulthood about 15, 16, he moved in my neighborhood. He was from front hood Compton crib, but he moved to the set and we just hit it off. You know what I mean? He was thick as thieves the first day. As soon as I got out of high school, I was fucking up every day for a living with him. We fucking up every day. And whenever something would happen, he would get mad because I would have like this intelligent approach to how to deal with it. But whenever, like, I would get on some bullshit, he'd be like, man, you need Glass House, nigga. Now it's on. Like, he would say that's me when I'm extra. Glass House, nigga. Oh, yeah, Glass House out now, nigga. It's on. Versus me just trying to figure out like gangbangers don't like amicable solutions.
Right.
It just ain't really what it take. We need a time to show strength. This is the time. It's like, nigga, he just ate the last red snapper, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. It's our snapper. Oh, shit, man. So he would always call me Glass House when I was on, like when I was on some extra shit.
On the first Glass House, you had I think Shorty Low on there.
Yeah.
Where did you stay close to Shorty Low?
Man, Low was like one of the first niggas from the A to embrace me. And I just love Low. I mean, it was tough because I was a fan of Tip, obviously, and Low was dissing the dog shit out of him. But like I feel about most beef shit, I ain't got to pick a side.
Right.
Yeah.
I like both.
But they ended up like being neighbors and shit, right? Like they moved next door to each other and became friends and shit.
I think it was more competitive.
Right. I don't think it was serious.
But Low was such a great dude, man. Low was so fucking cool. He's such a player. He's a player, man. He's a player. Tip's a player too. Tip funny as shit. Tip used them $30 words.
Man.
I be thinking to myself, you a $7 nigga using them $30 words. Talking to these niggas, that shit.
Throwing them extra shits in there, like,
yeah, come on,
you
Tip.
have to say that.
Tip using them $100 words, nigga. Tip, $15 nigga, fool. Chill out. I love Tip, man. I'm rubber band man.
Yeah.
Yo, you listening to any new cats?
Shit, all of them, man. That shit good.
Right.
I mean, somebody you like, I really fuck with them, like specifically.
I think I fuck with records.
Okay.
Honestly, if it's somebody specifically that I feel like I've got a nice amount of shit, Kodak.
Yeah. I feel like he slept on, honestly.
Yeah, Kodak slept on.
Yeah.
I think Lil Baby is an ill-ass MC. I don't really listen to a ton of it, but I like what I hear.
Yep.
I feel like he's getting better and better.
Obviously Roddy, but anybody from the West. It's a kid right now out of Inglewood called Lil Deuce. Got a song called Outside. This is like my favorite song. It's the best song in LA. And it's like my favorite song right now. Lil Deuce outside.
Lil Deuce.
Lil Deuce, he hard.
Check that
But
out.
I just like joints. I don't know if a lot of the artists are into, making albums, so I don't try to expect them to.
Right.
The song be a minute and 72. Nigga song be a minute and 53 seconds.
For real.
Draco too. I'm a big fan of Draco. He's from LA too. I don't know if y'all up
The
on
Ruler.
Draco. Yeah, Draco the Ruler.
Yeah,
I like Draco shit too. But he made a couple songs I like, and he got some dope expressions. I just like good shit, man. If it's good.
We've had on the show TQ and Technique. They had nothing but good things to say about you.
That's because them niggas is shit.
Yeah, man.
Tech
What
is
do you have
solid,
to say about them?
Tech was like, I remember Tech been in the game since 15, 16 years old.
Right, that's what, bro. And so when I interviewed him, he didn't realize I knew that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, bro, I've been following your career. You know what I'm saying? Even before you was with Mac 10, I went back. You know what I'm saying? And then I was friends with Badass. You know what I'm saying? So it was like real, a real genuine good interview. So it's probably one of the best ones we did. Really.
Man, Tech is that nigga who I always felt was more than great enough to get on, and he's one of the catastrophes of this business where somebody that good doesn't really get a voice in the conversation. And I could tell you, like, it had to be somebody hating or trying to block his shit. It don't even make sense. Tech was entirely too good.
No, he's dope. He's super dope.
Still to this day. TQ, obviously, that's the motherfucking Compton hero. TQ cold.
Thank you. He's one of my favorite singers.
Yeah, that was a dope ass interview too, man.
Yeah.
That shit was. So he's cutting up.
I'm glad y'all brought him up because I'm probably gonna reach out. I got an idea for him.
Yep. Yeah,
he was super dope. And he a cool dude, man.
Yeah,
he's real cool.
We go. I got him working on some music. I'm gonna have him work on something with my artists. Your first video being on TV, you see it. What is that feeling like?
I don't think it was as significant as the first time I heard myself on the radio. I don't think I really tripped off of being on TV.
Yeah.
I don't think I really tripped off being on TV at all. Never did. Maybe the ratio was different.
Mm-hmm.
I tripped more off of You Hear It First. You heard it here first on MTV. That was something to see. Because I used to watch that shit in the dope spot all the time.
Right.
So I would watch that shit, me, man, a couple homies, we just be watching that shit. And like to have that was special. I couldn't believe it because like, I'm not like no rapper like that. I mean, excuse me. I could rap and I'm an MC and I know how to make records, but I don't know how to, all the dressing and all that weird shit these niggas be doing this shit. I don't, you know what I mean? Like this crib, like it's simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was weird to see somebody to me that was on TV that was like a regular street nigga.
Right.
Like I'm more money in cars than more money on my outfit.
Right.
I'm more money in low riders than more money in jewelry.
So
my shit is just music.
How did you end up doing something with Cottonmouth Kings label?
My manager managed them. My management is the same label, Suburban Noise, that they signed to and started and managed them as well.
So is that how you
California too?
Oh, so how did you link up also with the underground rap group Twisted? You did something on one of their songs?
Yeah, it's all the same shit. Cottonmouth, you be on tour with Tech Nine, you're gonna start running into Twisted, ICP, obviously. All of them good people. You know what I mean? You really get to see independent. Like you hear a lot of these niggas say independent, and then you go see what Tech Nine and Strange and Travis is doing, ICP is doing, Twisted is doing, Suburban Noise and Cottonmouth Kings is doing. Then you really see an independent rap scene.
Right.
Oh yeah,
no, bro. Tech family.
We've seen a lot of that shit. Yeah.
He's like family, bro.
Speaking
of Tech,
different.
Stevie Stone told me to tell you what's up.
Who
I
did?
talked to him today. Yeah.
Stevie
Steve?
Stone.
Yeah. Stevie Stone
Story.
told me to tell you.
Stevie Stone so fucking hard.
Oh, bro.
Stone is fucking dope. Shout out
Bro.
to Frizz, the homie Frizz too, man.
Yeah, he did. He sent some beats for us for my artist on like the first album. He's a good, like
The
they
Missouri
good brothers.
man, the
They good
Missouri
brothers.
boys.
Yeah.
My first, we was on tour, and Steve Stone, his producer and hype man, is the homie Frizz.
Yeah. County boy.
When I tell you Frizz, we was on the tour bus and Frizz is making gourmet meals on a George Foreman. You Midwest niggas different, bro. Them niggas could cook and all kind of shit. I was like, I see why the hoes marry them niggas young, man. Them niggas get busy. That nigga cooking was so motherfucking good. If I had a daughter, I would have married her off. You need to marry this nigga right
Hey.
here.
He a good brother.
This nigga's a solid brother right here. I like him.
Right.
If I ever had a daughter, for sure, she gonna marry a Midwest nigga.
Right.
Not a nigga from Cleveland. Them niggas be drunks. Whoop your motherfucking ass.
So
Terrible
next
move.
single, you and Game.
Yeah. Called Gangsta Boogie. It's everything like a West Coast. It's everything your favorite West Coast record ever was. It's everything your favorite West Coast record. It's everything that record is. It's fantastic MCing. It's fantastic production from Fingers. It's a fantastic mix. Corrupt on the hook. It's just great. It's everything your favorite West Coast record. It's everything your favorite West Coast record ever was.
Look here, man. Your manager hyped this album up to me. I'm like super excited to listen to this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
like,
dope,
for
man.
real.
It's dope. It came out good. It's fun. It's festive. A lot more festive than I am. It's super gangster. It's cold-blooded.
Speaking of Corrupt, they doing a Horseman project coming out. Are you a
I
fan of
missed
the
the
Horseman?
listening party, and he invited me to it, text me, and I forgot about it. I literally was asleep way too early and missed it.
Are you a fan of the Horseman though?
I'm a fan of anything Corrupt.
Right, true. Like,
Ain't nothing Corrupt do bad. Dirty OGs is fire. Dog Pound is fire. Corrupt by itself is fire.
right.
Corrupt and Razzcast, that shit sound crazy.
Yeah.
It's Corrupt, Razzcast, Cannabis,
Yeah, that's
and
just,
Killer Priest.
yeah, that's just.
It's like, what the fuck?
Niggas is for sure rapping on that motherfucker.
Right. We'll probably have them on the show Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, that's what we're working on.
Corrupt is such a great brother, man. That nigga's fantastic.
Right. Do you got any favorite East Coast artists you love?
Shit, I'm probably the same amount. Obviously, LL Cool J was the first person I was a fan of from the East Coast.
Right.
To me, he's hip hop's first superstar.
True.
And like,
Yeah.
that's no disrespect to Run in them, but
Yeah.
LL was just like straight up like, ain't no Aerosmith, nigga. This is just straight up Queen's magic.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that nigga was crazy. I'll never forget seeing I'm Bad. Like, and you know, he never looked corny.
Nope.
That nigga just got it. I'm a fan of RZA.
Wow.
The more I get into hip hop, RZA and Eric Sermon stick out completely different.
Eric Sermon's a beast.
Yeah, it sticks out, you know what I mean? And EPMD is one thing, but Eric Sermon just sticks out to me as a creator and as a record guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And same for RZA. Like when I listen to Cream, it could be because I've been watching that Hulu special, you know, with Wu-Tang, that show. And like RZA just went through so much. And like for him to try to unite Warren, like my shit for him has grown exponentially. And it made Cream go to another level. Obviously Biggie. Heavy D was the person I never talk about.
Right.
Rest in
But
peace.
I love Heavy D. Oh, you know what's funny? this is another thing. Kid and Play had as much influence on my life as NWA as a kid.
Stop.
Straight up.
But
That's
they had
too
some
honest.
bangers though. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of their music too.
And it's just
Was it because of the movies?
It's both.
Mm,
Like them niggas just had it.
yeah.
I mean, them niggas got it, dog. Some niggas just got it. And that's, I don't think they get enough credit for what they meant to the kids that grew up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas had a cartoon.
Oh, them
Yo,
niggas fucking fantastic. Them niggas had 5 or 6 movies.
they might have had a video game if I'm not mistaken. Like,
And them niggas could rhyme.
yeah.
Them niggas could dance, rhyme. Come to find out, Play was a fucking gangster.
Yeah, you saw the Glad
Yeah.
joints.
I
I was
talked
like,
to
damn,
kid,
I ain't know.
talked to kid and on God, like I had to try to like, hey, forgive me. He was like, bro, it's cool. I'm like, nah, forgive me if I'm coming across like, feel me, it's fucking Kid, nigga, Kid and Play, nigga.
Right.
I was hoping you knocked down Gina, feel me, in the fucking first movie. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Full Force. Like, I'm such a fan of Kid and Play. I still listen to Ain't My Type of Hype by Full Force. You know what I mean? So Kid and Play had as much influence on my life as a kid as NWA. That's the truth.
Definitely slept on.
So speaking of Full Force, what's his name? Boleg Lou. People don't know, but he's kind of the dude that really discovered Nicki Minaj.
That makes sense. Them dudes, I could tell they were like super savvy with records.
Mm-hmm.
They really couldn't sing or rap too well. They just looked the part and somebody knew how to make records really well.
Yeah.
Like them records they was making. Like Ain't My Type of Hype. When I play that shit right now, I'd be like, damn, this record got so many layers. It's so complex. Like they was special, man. Them niggas was shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense like a nigga like Lou. I'm a fan of Michael Bivins.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So obviously New Edition. Bob Brown is crazy. You know, pretty much everything.
Right.
Bass, DMX, shit, Locks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know nobody I don't fuck with.
You got any X stories? Did you ever meet X?
Nah, I never really fucked with him. Never got the chance to really chill with him. I wish I did though.
Yeah, because X is
That
like a
nigga's a
wild
wild
dude.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to hear the stories coming out when you ask people about, you know, their times with him. You're like, damn, he was all over the place.
Man, X was some shit, nigga. I looked up, I was doing a show in Arizona. X was in jail in Arizona. I was like, what the fuck? What's funny is I thought, and he was talking shit because in Arizona, they make you wear pink in jail.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
He was talking shit about it. It's on the news and all of that. And I remember when X came out though, for sure. That shit was different.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was amazing. Amazing.
Shit, I like Ja Rule. I like Fifth.
Yeah. Ja
So I
hard.
don't know, I like New York niggas as much as I like West Coast niggas, for the most part. Long as they good.
Yeah.
Master Ace.
You and Scarface gonna ever get a record?
Man, that's like pinnacle. That nigga is the
I think that
greatest.
would be so dope, bro. I can hear
Bro,
it.
I always joke, but I'll be dead serious, bro. If God had an iPod, bro, it'd be more Scarface music on there than Kirk Franklin music.
Of course.
Like, that nigga would like, if God had a house party, bro, Scarface would be like, he'd be like, yo, Scarface is rapping at my party. Like, that's how much I think of Scarface as an MC.
Bro, he is a dope storyteller, man. Like,
Nigga's the gospel, man.
bro.
Yeah.
He had like mental issues too, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I bet you did. Nigga said his mom was playing tricks on him.
You know what I mean? For real.
So, but I know you got stuff to do. We thank you for joining us. You know,
Appreciate your time, for sure.
Yeah.